Today we have a fast review of World of Warplanes patch 1.9 update in Common Test 2. Sorry for the delay of the reviewing because I have a lot of work to do and it's making some times for that. I don't think I can review all of the new things that come with 1.9 because it's so big in the size. There's a lot of things changed in the game and it's completely changed from the old version of World of Warplanes that we have before 1.9, and I try to at this moment show you all the things that I can in the fast review and later show you in detail what they will look like. First of all, the most important change that happened is the damage gun and module damage mechanic of the game that changed completely in 1.9. In the older version, the difference between the all of the calibers and the cannon and machine guns wasn't much, and you can expect to have a similar performance from them. But from 1.9 update, we have a lot of change in the behavior of all of the gun. In the best way, we can call them in the 3 class, the machine gun class that come from 7.62 millimeters up to 15 millimeters that comes to the machine gun. In this class, we have very easy use to easy use easy use of them, and they have a moderate damage, and also they overheating very hard and they cool down very fast. This 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 class is doesn't have a high powerful or high chance of critical damage, but in the normal plane it was good enough. The higher you go, it also have a more range. The maximum range I check is near to 600 meters. But in normal games, in the in the middle tier, it's come to the 400 meters maximum. The next class of the guns we have is the standard cannon that call for the 20 and 23 millimeters cannon. They are changed completely from the old version of World of Warplane. In the 1.9, they nerfed all of the ROF and increased the output damage of the gun. Also, the using of this gun is need to be to have a training because you need to hit the target to do the damage, unlike before that there is a little aim assist to help you. There is also more critical chance to damage the module of the planes, and you can see them in the games a lot of times now. These class have a good range for damaging, and in higher tier, for this example I can show you. Come on. You have a range of 900 meters range for damaging in the top tier, and in middle tier like tier 5 I have a Spitfire. You have a range of the 618. This class overheat faster than the machine guns and cool down slower, but it have a moderate use, and after some training you can use them in the good condition. The last class of the guns we have is the heavy cannon that start from 30mm cannons and higher and go higher. They have a very high they have very low ROF and overheat very fast. Also, damaging enemy plane without pre-aiming is so hard without training, and they need a lot of training to be mastered. But the reward is very high. They have very high output damage and also very high chance of critical damage, even with the standard ammunition. The normal gun of this class have a shorter range normally than the 20 and 23mm cannon, but the output of damage is very powerful. In the games, if you look at the games, normally they have a range of the maximum 70 meters range, but because of the output damage, they are very powerful. We have also the gun aircraft that have very big guns like this one. 20 millimeters, sorry, 30, here comes 50 millimeters. They have a very high range and they are a sniping gun, but they have a very low range of low rate of fire that make them a snipering gun against the other class. We also have a change in the sound of all of guns in the 1.9 update. For now, all of the guns have a new sound that you can difference them from each other very easily, unlike before in 1.8 that similar similar range of machine guns have a similar sound. Also, a lot of sound of the guns change completely. There is also change in the ammunition in the games. As you can see, the ammunition in the game changed, and for now we have a standard ammunition with the with a zero zero cost, and also we have a armor piercing that have a credit cost, and the other kind of ammunition belt as a gold one. The difference of them is the chance of the do a critical damage or chance of the doing firing, the chance of making play on fire. The output damage of all of them is similar. There is no difference between them at all. Only the difference is the chance of fire or chance of critical. As you can see for this example. In the normally, I recommend you to use the standard ammunition on the smaller caliber and use the ammo piercing on the heavier one if you have, or use the ammo piercing on the all of the machine guns like a Spitfire line or the Mustang. There's also some other kind of ammunition that's only accessible like for the heavy fighter and the multi-role fighter, like this example. And also the only one of the ammunition that only accessible by the ground attack aircraft. It gives them a very high rate of damaging, but less but far damaging for the ground attack, but the similar behavior for like a armor piercing in the air fighting. Another change we have in the hangar that now we have a new information part in the right side beside the standard one that we have. We can show them by clicking to aircraft overview and see them, the explanation of the condition of the plane and the things we have on the plane, as you can see. Also accessing to the consumable and the equipment, very useful for you to load your plane easier and faster. Also for plane, you can go to the personal and upgrade anything you want. But the most important one is the giving you the information of range of your guns in your plane. Like this example, I have a FW190 with the 2 machine guns and 2 cannon at this moment. The 2 machine guns have a range of 298, have a range of under 460, but the maximum output damage in this range is both of the guns. But at the 700 range, only your cannon do a damage, and that's information will be very useful for the guys who plan to use the plane in the maximum output or want to use the tactic that will be useful for plane. I also tell them that at what range the plane is completely useless, like this example. Another things about the guns is that if you have a similar kind of guns, kind of machine guns or cannon on your plane and upgrade it to the next level with the similar size, similar caliber, there is no difference, and there is no difference in the weight and the effect on the plane. There is another important part of the games that changed is the removal of the battle against bot and adding all of the bots, the upgrade ones, to the PvP modes, similar to the War Thunder. On my testing, At the common test one, they are behaving very good, and you can expect a lot of kind of gaming. But at some points, they are sometimes very scary and sometimes very thrilling. Overall, it's a good good step for forwarding for changing a style of World of Warplanes, and I think it's very good for the newbies to learn the games. I plan to show you all of my games in the common test later. I think that's enough for now, and I hope you will follow me in the next review of the sound and later the sound of the guns and also the rate of fire. Good luck.